Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Crickets to Cha-chings podcast. I'm Julie Berninger from Gold City Ventures, and I'm thrilled to reintroduce Hannah Gardner from Profit Tree. Welcome, Hannah.
Hi, Julie. Thank you so much for having me again.
Oh, you're welcome. So we have our Hidden Gems segment going on right now, and we're going to talk about 5 trends that are popping in the Etsy space. And I know that Profit Tree just added some really cool new features to the tool where you can actually see trends. So before we get into the 5 trends that you prepped today, can you just tell us a little bit about what you did add to the tool and how that can help Etsy sellers?
Yes, for sure. So, yes, I'm Hannah from Profit Tree. I also have a YouTube channel and I'm an active Etsy seller myself. We built Profit Tree initially to solve profit tracking for sellers. So, it's an automated way for you to see your profit after all your fees, your marketing, your product costs. We have the product finder. The Etsy Radar is that Chrome extension version of the product research tool. We have our profit tracking, our ads optimization, listing and product reports. So, like more in depth profit insights on your actual individual products that you're selling. Just want to go one for one and just pretty much be your all in one tool. So, that can also manifest into doing competitor tracking, competitor research, shop analytics, your competitor shop analytics, keyword research, listing optimization with AI. We have so many things in our pipeline that we're going to be continuing to launch throughout the next upcoming years. So, yeah, that
Oh, well, we
is.
love a power pivot around here, Hannah. So let's get into the 5 trends. And feel free to share your screen. And for those who are listening on the podcast, I'm going to link to the YouTube video below if you want to see what Hannah is sharing.
Cool.
So
So
let's pop up the first one.
awesome. The first one I'm really excited about because I no one is talking about this and it is hot. And I'm actually gonna hold it up right here. So oh man, it's blurry. So if you can see this, oh man, let's see if we can get it
It
towards the
says, "Good night, Frankie. Good night, little Frankie."
yeah, so it's a children's book. This is actually a print on demand book. So you don't actually have to print this book yourself and fulfill it yourself. There is a print provider you can use. Gelato will print this for you. And baby books are not talked about anywhere. So we actually just made a case study on this. And I actually found this opportunity in Profitry. And let me just share my screen here.
Oh my gosh. Also, I'm so excited about this, but I'm also like kind of bummed because a couple, like maybe 3 years ago, one of my friends said, if you could start another business, what would you do? And I said, I would start a business like Dinkleboo. Are you familiar with that?
No,
They
no.
are, they're one of the leading personalized baby books. And my kids, they like their books because you can put their name in there. So if anyone's just listening, we're talking about the books where you can add, it's like the same story, but then you switch out the names of
Right.
your kid or your kid's friends or whatever. It's adorable.
Yeah.
So it's not a hidden gem. Well, it's still a hidden gem, but if you snooze, you lose. It took me 3 years to bring this to light, but I'm so glad you're mentioning it. Maybe someone else will have the bandwidth to take this idea and
Yeah,
run with
I
it. So
know.
tell us
I
what
know.
you did.
That's what I was like, should I just quit everything and make some baby books? But because it's so simple, like you could change this is like a good night story, but you could do a story about anything, right?
Yeah.
Birthday. There's a lot, I mean, we can look at the data here, but like basically what I found here was this first one. So you can see it's about doing $8,000 a month revenue, right? This is an in-demand badge. So that's actually showing the demand badge of what's happening. So you can see 6 sold in the last 24 hours, 3 sold in the last 24 hours, right? And this is the same thing, a personalized baby goodnight story book, right? And it shows their strategy, they're running ads, their conversion, their estimated conversion rate, all of this really, really high level insights. I mean, the most important thing that I like to look at, especially with a tool like this, is what's the actual badge, right? Because total revenue is actually really, it's a powerful thing to look at, but this is showing what's happening right now, which is really, really cool. And yeah, I don't know. I paid a designer to make this on Fiverr and they just like absolutely crushed it. And I mean, some of these books, they're selling, 3 sold in a day. They're higher ticket, right? The price here is $19.99, but the highest tier price for the hardcover, because they're also selling a soft cover, goes up to like almost $40. So
Right.
it's a good margin product. It's print on demand. You don't have to touch the product and it's evergreen. So baby books, babies are being born all year round. It's not like you're going to see your seasonal peaks during the holidays, but for the most part, people are buying baby books all year round. So that
Well,
is the, go ahead.
this might be a dumb question, but just to kind of connect the dots for people, you're saying, and it sounds like maybe you've experimented with this. Is it in like Printify and then you would just upload the cover and then the pages and the story? Or like, is it in Printify?
So it's in gelato. Gelato.
Oh, gelato.
So
Sorry. Okay.
gelato actually is the only one that has a print-on-demand book. I was trying to do Lulu. I was looking at some other companies, but gelato is just the only one that has like they print it for you and it integrates with Etsy. So like as soon as you get a sale, gelato prints it for you. And they actually have like different sizes. Like this is one size and they have a soft cover version. So it's labeled as a photo book in gelato, but it literally came out like a baby, like the pages look so real, and I now you can even do it with like this is a real designer that hand drew these designs, but I mean it's horrible. Like can't
Yeah, you could use AI if you wanted to. Caveat, we're not saying that AI is good or bad because every time I mention AI, sometimes I'll get 100 emails about that, but,
yes,
it is a way that someone who doesn't have the skills could
do
make
it.
a book like
Oh,
this.
so to your question, the personalization. So the way that you treat personalization on the book is the same way that you do it like with a personalized print on demand shirt. So just the same way that people do POD shirts with like a name on it, it's the same thing. So the designer actually gave me a template for the cover. So then every time I get a sale, I just change the name of the template. And I paid the designer to do that for me. But if you don't, I mean, you could do this in Canva. You could make, this
Yeah.
same thing in Canva. You don't need to pay for a designer if you don't want.
So you're
Um,
not using Anywhere POD or Hello Custom for this? You're doing it?
I if you can, you probably could actually. I'm not sure on the tech. Hello Custom, maybe. I don't know if they have maybe if they have the template for book. I don't know because I don't unless Anywhere POD integrates with Gelato.
Gelato? I
I'm
can't
not.
remember.
I'm not
Emily would
sure.
know on our team.
Would be
Okay.
worth the look though, for sure. Because if they we
Alright.
can automate it, then that would be great.
Well,
Cool.
thank you for this one. Let's go to number 2.
Cool. So another one that we found was embroidered blankets. So this one's not really print on demand, but like this one here, really good opportunity. This one here, really good opportunity, right? Embroidered blankets, like these types of products where it's just a little personalization request, like if we click on this one, I mean, this is something that they're probably buying in bulk somewhere else, and then they have an embroidery machine that basically does it for them, right? So even if you're not print out, like say you don't know how to do embroidery, I promise you in your local area, there is somebody that has embroidery that would probably be willing to partner with you on something like this, where you supply the material and then every time you get an order, they actually would make the embroidery request and ship it to your customer for you. So it's just about how creative you are with actually aligning with the right partnership. This is something that I actually did with one of my companies because I taught myself how to sew in my first company, but I didn't actually sew. But I found someone local and yeah, it worked out really nicely where I paid them a flat rate for every sale. So yeah, embroidery and doing embroidery, right? And now, especially with all these like Alibaba and stuff like that, they have low MOQs and you can actually find really good manufacturers. And they don't have to be in China that will give you, good quality things, organic cotton, all that stuff. You can look in Bali, you can look in Vietnam, you can look in other countries and get, something like this makes you stand out if you're trying to really, stay away from POD or differentiate yourself from the POD market.
Hannah, MOQ, people are gonna say, "What did you just say? What is MOQ?"
MOQ is minimum order quantity. So, minimum order quantity is the usually when you buy something in bulk from a manufacturer, you have to have an opening order amount. And before, like when I was first getting into making stuff, you would have to buy like 1,000 units, and you're spending thousands of dollars, tens, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars to basically place your first order with a manufacturer. And now, especially because of the POD world and how everything's changing, everything is turned into on demand. Suppliers have really lowered that, and they understand and they're just getting more small business customers. So instead of having to place an order of 1,000, maybe you can place an order of 10 per one style or something like that. So now you're not risking and using all your cash for, one color of those
Yeah,
of those blankets, but maybe, 50 or $100, if that makes sense. So it just makes
it
starting your
does.
business a lot more affordable when you're first starting out.
And also for embroidery, just 2 things I wanna add. I just bought a pencil case that's embroidered. It's kinda like corduroy, it's cute for my entering first grader, and then, a little, like, backpack and tote bag,
Yeah,
like, embroidered. It's that's also popular. So I don't know, the blankets are one thing, but people could look into other things that are embroidered to see.
exactly.
But definitely have them check out the creativity standards because I know Etsy can be a little picky about
Yep.
how that all the process all works in terms of, what value you're adding before you're selling it.
Yes, 100%. We do not want to be breaking any rules. And so the next one is really random. So if you're in the print on demand space, right, you have funny cruise shirts. So this one here, you can click on it. We can see bestseller. And basically, you have a bunch of different options here, right? So they're putting short sleeves, tank top, all in a single listing, which you can do. There's tools now like Simply Listed that basically will do that for you in bulk, and the color and all the different color options that they have. So basically, just a bunch of different sayings, right? And you can add your personalization to it. And so the value proposition in this that makes it stand out and is obviously contributing to it performing really well is that you're giving all of these different quote options that are really, really easy to do. And obviously, you could just make this like a personalized shirt option, but because they're giving you the ideation already, right? It just adds that little bit of value that like another listing wouldn't really have. So I just thought this was a really unique way to set up a listing that I hadn't really seen before because they're not really doing anything amazing. It's just they're adding that little bit of value and allowing their customer to not have to really think too much, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I love that, and I also love seeing a good bulk order, 6 shirts,
Yeah.
and I know for cruises, people go with their family and friends, so let's get everybody a shirt. That's
Yeah,
good.
exactly. And so that's a really, really good point. So one thing that really helps with bulk sales, right? As Etsy's seeing that if you're making listings that incentivize a group sale, Etsy's going to see, wow, on your listing, people are historically buying more things, right? So they're going to want to push your listing more, right? If your listing historically is getting higher quantities ordered at one time, so that contributes to the SEO as well. Obviously, not all your listings can be that, but you want to sprinkle those in where you can. Another one here is this custom colors personalized dog shirt, right? But there's this one style in specific that is just absolutely crushing it. So I'm sure everyone has seen this all over the internet. It looks like this, right?
Oh,
But
yeah.
a really, really good opportunity there that is obviously doing really, really well. So if there's a way that we can make an additional spin on this and try to add more value or make it slightly different, then I feel like this is just something that's just really, really hot. If you're already in the dog space, you might as well pick this one up as well.
Yeah, but if someone's just listening, I would describe that shirt as a '90s
Mm,
grunge with a picture of the person's dog all over it
yeah,
type of look, and I did a video on personalized dog stuff that was going well a year ago, and things like that, I think maybe that even that shirt
yeah,
were bestsellers, so it's still living on. People love dogs, they're never gonna stop. That's a good idea.
cool, cool. All right. And the last one that we have here is digital patterns. So digital patterns still remain really, really good opportunity. A lot of these patterns now you can actually do with AI as well. Let's click on this one and see what we got here. Oop, this one is not available. Let's see. This one. Cool. So 5 left and 20 carts, right? I mean, this is an AI picture. This is made with AI. Same thing with this. Like, say you don't want to use AI, you want to be more authentic, right? If you're not the authority of knowing crochet, I can promise you, you can find someone in your local area in a Facebook group that crochets and would be probably more than happy to like business partner with you on helping you make crochet patterns, right? So but also the internet, right? This is just, it's a matter of gaining a skill. All you have to do is watch some YouTube videos and figure out how to make a crochet sock. And you'll be able, once you actually do it and make it a few times, like you would be more than equipped with the information to actually be able to sell these. And it's also just, again, it's an evergreen product, it's a digital product. So you're not actually making anything. You're just selling the digital the information of how to make it. So really, really cool opportunity. And there's all different types of patterns that you can actually sell online. So crochet patterns, knitting patterns. I've even seen patterns for bathing suits on here that do really, really well. So any type of pattern that helps you create something and just adding as many listings as possible to really, really increase the amount of searchability that your store has would be a really awesome angle for an opportunity like this. So,
Oh, man, I always get jealous of the people that have the in-person, real life hobbies.
mhm,
Because for me, like, all my hobbies are laptop
yeah,
based. So now I'm like, "Oh, you guys have real skills." Every year I say I'm gonna learn to crochet and I don't. But, I think you're dead on with this because maybe about a year ago, I was trying to look at the top most visited blogs and crochet blogs. It is out of control how
Yeah.
many visits those blogs get. Like all the ones that monetize with ads, the top ones are crochet, 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 crochet. And a lot of them actually linked out to their Etsy shop within the blog. So if somebody is into this and you have a blog, that could be an opportunity to get traffic,
Yep.
starting with the blog to your Etsy shop, and
Yep.
then also like Etsy back to your blog. Like there's just so much you can do
And
there.
it's so
So
crazy how the trends
exciting.
come back around because, like, when we were younger, if you're like, "Oh, who's knitting? Who's crocheting?" You'd be like, "Oh, my grandma
Yes.
does that." But now it's like young people, like, want to crochet. They want crochet
Mhm.
bikinis, the crochet hats, like, it's very trend. So,
Oh,
I think
yeah,
those
like,
are
my
cool.
kids, like, the nanny and the babysitter, like,
Yeah.
they all bring them little like, "Oh, I crocheted you a blanket," or, they show them little things they do on their
Yeah.
break. I'm like, "Oh, you have so many skills."
Yeah.
Like, I had no skills at that age,
Yeah.
so it's nice to see. But anyways, Hannah, these, like, 5 trends, totally cool. I love the power pivot that Profit Tree has made. I think all this information is great. I know a lot of people last time we had you on to discuss ads
Yeah.
were using it after that,
Yep.
and then now we can point them to these new, like, trend finders. So we're
Yes.
really excited about it. Um, I'm gonna link to Profit Tree below, the same links that we had last time if someone wants to check it out. And then if they wanna check out your YouTube channel, how do they find you?
Yep, it's just Ecom Hannah, on YouTube. It should pop up, hopefully pop up first or one of the first.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome. Thank you, Julie. This has been awesome.
Thanks, Hannah. This was fun.